I'm Johnny Millennium. This is Victor Lucas, and this is Film Fury, and this is summer in Vancouver.
Yeah.
It's no longer raining. It's wonderful. Victor's took off his jacket, threw it on the ground.
I'll keep going.
You can stop
All
there.
right,
I think,
I'll stop.
I think
Okay.
it's absolutely enough.
Okay.
But we just went to see the movie Hereditary.
Yep.
And what did you think about this movie? I want to say, first of all, I knew nothing going into it.
Yeah.
This is going to be a bit of a horror movie.
We're going to
And-
spoil some things. We won't reveal every damn thing in this movie, but we're going to talk a little bit about this movie.
It's a bit spoilery, so just so you know, it is spoiler talk.
It is a bit of a, can we say mindfuck? Is that okay?
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it.
It's
yeah.
a mindfuck. You can put that on the poster of Hereditary.
Mindfuck. Victor Lucas, 2018.
This stars Gabriel, Byrne, and Toni Collette. I love Gabriel Byrne. He was in Miller's Crossing, my favorite Coen Brothers movie, and I've just liked this guy and everything that he's been in. He plays this hapless father of this family who is terrorized by internal demons, and then as we come to recognize some external demons as well in this thing, it gets pretty terrifying and creepy, and it's unnerving and uncomfortable. That's kind of how I would describe this thing.
This is a good way to start a Wednesday morning, starting just walking into a theater, sitting down. And we've had these experiences for a couple of years now.
Like Mother last year.
Like Mother was a great way to start a day. And this is a great way to start a day. I will say that this movie was creepy from beginning to end, but it's too long.
Yeah.
It's a little drawn out.
Yes.
And the ending is absolutely, I'm sorry, the ending is absolutely stupid.
Well,
I did not, the payoff for all what we had to sit through was not worth the effort here.
I know, because horror movies are the hardest to end, right?
Yeah.
Like, you either end with a bit of empathy for the character and they get away, or everybody dies. And in this one, a lot of people die, but it is very abstract, and it leaves a lot of loose threads, and just you're like, what did I just watch?
This movie really reminds me of movies that were made in the late 70s, early 80s, very artistic, really off the wall. This really, I was sitting there and I'm like, I feel like I'm a kid again watching one of those movies in the late 70s. And that's cool, but I don't know how everybody else is going to react to this watching it. Because this is not a horror movie. It's not just like hack and slash. It's not blood and guts. But you're going to get some of that too.
It's an art house horror movie by 824, who brought us a ghost story last year, which we didn't like at all when we started, and both were moved by the end of it.
Oh my God, tears at the end of that one.
Yeah, and there is some, heavy familial stuff. There's some horrific things that happen to little kids in this thing that just
oh my God,
like you get stabbed in the gut and you just can't believe what you just saw, and you have to kind of go through it with parents who, Toni Collette, I think, has to be commended, because she just goes on this
she goes all
emotional
out.
tear, and she is just crying and screaming, I want to die, I can't live. And it's just like, oh my God, I can't believe what we are watching.
I know. Nobody will argue that anybody sucks in this movie.
No.
Their acting is bad. Their acting is unbelievable.
Yeah.
But it's slow, and the music is like really freaky, and it's like keeping you on the edge.
Good choice on the music, though.
Very good choice.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden silence and holding long shots.
Yes.
And there's a lot of that. And all of a sudden you get a horrific scene, and it's just like, you're like, why are we going this direction?
Well,
I kept saying that, okay, these horrible things are happening to these characters,
yeah.
but I kept saying, why? And then
why don't they all just pack up and leave?
Well, there's that, but why is this happening to them? Like, there's got to be a reason.
Yeah.
Like, okay, they all die in the end or something. So what? I'm not saying that's what happens.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying there has to be a reason, or it doesn't fucking matter. It's just just bad things are happening because they're bad people.
Well,
and at the end, there is an explanation, but it's just not good enough.
It's not satisfying
enough. Enough.
Essentially, something is conjured in this thing. People die, and something is conjured, and there are ramifications, and there is a wider story and a wider community that's bigger than this little dollhouse, which is the other conceit
yes, exactly.
of the world that we're in.
Yes.
Because Toni Collette's character is a miniaturist, and she's an artist that creates and crafts these extremely explicitly well done dollhouses and mini sort of scenes and scenarios, and she starts to personalize those, and she creates recreations,
manifesting them, yes,
of things that happened in her life, which are terrifying and horrifying.
And you're like, why are you doing this? Don't do that.
It's like, this is not helping your therapy at all.
And this woman needed some serious therapy.
Yeah.
It really is a movie about the whole family being ripped apart.
Yes.
And they can never get back together.
Yeah.
And they're trying at all times to be a family. And we feel it. I felt the family struggle.
And I like that. And
I did like that.
And I like there was this one specific scene where Toni Collette is like recounting what she has just experienced to Gabriel Byrne, and Gabriel Byrne is just sitting there going, you need help. I got to call the cops. This is so crazy.
And even for us sitting in the audience, we're saying the same thing at that point. And the movie accomplishes all of that, but
it's too long. I think that's the key.
It's way too long.
Yeah, I think
if they cut it down a little bit, I think it would have worked a lot better. An hour and a half would have been really great.
Yes.
But at the end, I'm going to say, there was a little bit of the seance stuff here and there.
Yeah.
But once that happened, I was kind of taken out of the movie.
Yeah.
Before then, I was so invested in the movie. And all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, we're kind of going into this direction, the exorcist-y kind of thing. And I've kind of been there, done that before.
And I think that's a major key component. One, it's too long, and two, this is such a crowded genre. There are horror movies all the time. We turn down so many screenings of horror movies because they keep coming out like so much, and we've seen every derivation. We know all of these different things: some monsters, some families, some fathers, some we've
people
seen
in the walls,
possessions,
exactly.
exorcisms. We've seen so many things, and I think that hurts this movie. I think this movie attempts and achieves some really cool artistic merit. I love the right angle sort of connections between scenes. I like that you'd look down a hallway and you'd see a doorway, and then over there you'd see another doorway, and it's like screwing with your head. It's like that. It's like a reflection or a mirror image or some kind of twisted thing. And there was lots of that really well composed, shot selection all the way through this thing.
Yeah, absolutely. To be honest with you, as you're talking, I was just thinking about the ending again.
Yeah.
And if the movie was shorter, I would have liked the ending more.
Yeah.
But it was like the payoff became bigger. This payoff become bigger and bigger. Just like the show Lost.
Yeah.
After so many episodes, you're like, this ending better be incredible, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
And it felt like this, too stretched out. We get to the end, anticlimactic.
Well, and also the ending does leave it open, and I think this is
the
other.
God,
to
no more.
But it does, because
horror
movies are hits, and studios love them because they're cheap, and they can lead to more. And if this becomes a big hit,
I don't think so.
There's buzz around it. I don't think it's like a crowd pleaser. I think you're
don't bring your family to this. Bring a date or a loved one, but don't bring any young kids to this at all. It's like, I'm saying it.
It didn't rock me like Mother did, and it didn't rock me like A Ghost Story did either, which were both sort of arty and terrifying.
We were sitting like this at times, okay, so we're not going to say that we weren't. It was freaky from beginning to end. It kept you on edge.
Yep.
And also, if you're watching on home video, I don't think it'd have the impact of sitting in a small theater and you're forced to watch this on a screen, and you can't look away, you can't go make tea.
Right.
You had to endure this.
You do endure it. It's a bit excruciating, but it is very well made, though.
It is very well made. The acting is absolutely phenomenal,
and the direction and the script, and it's a tight package that stretched out too long.
I think that's the main thing. Absolutely.
Right? Yeah.
I think we said it all.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put it to you. What are you going to give this out of 10?
I like it, so I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. What are you going to give it?
I'm going to give it a 7.5.
Okay.
I think it'll grow on me. The ending was kind of growing on me just thinking about it now. So.
Yeah. All right.